Hello everyone, it's Ben Frenzy, and today I am reviewing the last Space Police set that I have yet to review. The set I'm reviewing is set number 5985 Space Police Central. It is 631 pieces. It retailed for $80 and now it's $200 more expensive than that. So the question is that price of $280 worth it? And I will cover that in this video. So let's get started. So the first two figures in this set are the Space Police officers, and it's honestly really disappointing that you only get two in this set. Or honestly, maybe just one, because this is just like a regular Space Police officer, and this guy is the chief or commander of the Space Police. Because if you can see here that this guy has shoulder plates here, and so I guess that makes him the chief. And other than that, there's no differences in him and a regular Space Police figure, other than he has a different face variation, but a lot of Space Police officers have that. And they both have air tanks, so that's good. Now let's take some stuff off. So after taking some stuff off, here's what their faces look like. Neither of them are exclusive faces. They were used in other themes. This guy's was in Agents, and this guy's face is in Castle. I don't know if they were used in any other themes. They probably were. No alternate face for this guy, but he has a more scared face. That's the back printing behind the air tanks. This guy has the same back printing. Next figure we have is Jocelyn, and he is one of the two alien figures. We've seen him in the past couple of sets, so basically don't get the set for Jocelyn. I would hope you wouldn't, because it's like almost $300, but it's a really nice face mold and some printing on the legs. Take this head off. There's almost no printing, but that is completely acceptable because his face is just so good in it. Though he was in a lot of sets, it's good to have three of him. The exclusive alien in this set is Craniac, and he is basically a reskin of the Skull Twins. They're just one skull alien rather than two, so I guess that's what makes him different from the regular Skull Twins. He has a gun, this axe piece, and it's pretty cool. Look, this is his printing. I'll take the red helmet off, which is the same mold as the Skull Twins, just in red. His face kind of looks like the face of a spider, except without all the eyes. No double-sided face, but that's okay because most of this is covered by the helmet. No, I like Craniac, but the original Skull Twins were just better. Before we move on, here's a quick look at the robot in this set. It's a really nice robot. It's not going to attach to any studs with this circular piece, though. At the bottom, it can bend its body because it's on it's attached to this thing, and these arms can move, and so can this eye. This eye can move up and down. So it's a cool robot, but it's not going to cover for the lack of figures in this set. All the aliens have in the set is this vehicle for Craniac, which is fine since this set is focused on the Space Police, so can't really expect something big for the aliens. But anyways, this is a cool build, and I like it. Can angle these wings up or down. I'm going to could also like flip them all the way over to use as flamethrowers if you wanted to. You're not really supposed to do that, but you could. Some levers for Craniac and some stickers. This one says Insectoid Rule, which is a reference to older Lego space themes. There's a sticker on the missile launcher here, and there are a couple of lasers below. You know what these are. You just pull back and shoot the thing. Yep, and they blew up Space Police Central with that. But if you're aware of the other Space Police sets, you will probably know that this missile has something to do with another build. And that build is the Space Police truck that comes in this set, and I really like this truck. It is really cool. It has 3 wheels on each side. You can open these up, put stuff in. There's one on each side. It doesn't come with anything you can put in, but I guess you can be creative. It's also limited space, so yeah, this is a really nice cockpit piece. You can just lift it up and put your Space Police figure in here. There's no really detailed cockpit other than a steering wheel. I'm going to close that back up. And here on the back we have a detachable prison pod. So I'm going to take that off. Let's take a closer look at it. So I know it's not all the way on camera. I'll fix that in a second. You can take it off. You can put Jocelyn in here. So the idea is that Craniac is breaking Jocelyn out of jail. Don't put the lid on too tightly because there's an action feature that relies on this piece being loose. And there's a sticker up here. It says Danger Field Generator, and the bottom, it's an updated sticker from the other Space Police. Oh, that fell off. It's an updated sticker from the other Space Police pods, but it says the same thing, and I know you can't really read it on camera. It says prison transport pod may contain alien atmosphere danger. So let's take a look at the action feature. So now we have the pod back attached onto the truck, and you can use your finger to pop the lid off, but you're not really supposed to use your finger, although you definitely could. But what you're supposed to do is you shoot the field generator with the missile on Craniac's vehicle. So let me show you that. It might take a second try. Alright, it worked, but I think I can do better. Alright, so let's try one more time. I'm going to give Craniac a bit more space. It's not usually hard to hit these targets after a bit of practice, but with one hand while trying to film it, it kind of is. Yeah, there we go. That will be good. So that's how you break open the pod. Alright, so now we have Space Police Central right here. So let's get into it. I know there's a lot to take in, so we're going to start with the smaller section, which is actually meant to come off. So I also recommend taking this off before transporting it, because then it'll tend to break off or something bad. I don't exactly remember what bad thing happened since I haven't made that mistake in a while, but going to pull this off, and I'd recommend doing this with 2 hands, but I'm not, because obviously I'm holding the camera. There we go. Now let's take a closer look. Let's start with the front part of the build. So here it has its own separate base plate. It's a bit dusty, so sorry about that. But so here's a giant fence piece. There's 2 of these in this set. The other is on the bigger part of the building. Here it says Danger Laser. Like, it's dangerous. Why are you just putting it here for decoration, or is it just to prevent escaping aliens from climbing over the fence? But I don't know what it's supposed to represent. Here we have some windows to the, actually I'll show you this. We have some windows to the room, and here these are actually escape vehicles. You just lift or slide one off the thing, and they are completely identical. Now let's take a closer look at one. Here I got my Space Police figure to show you like the scale. There's some sirens on the back, and there's only one sticker for each of these builds, and it is a small Space Police symbol. So no features to this other than the fact that you can like lift it off. It has some guns which are just for show, but yeah, this is really meant to be an escape vehicle, which they'll use when Craniac is attacking the base. And here's the interior, which I am super relieved that the camera is getting a good angle of it, because from where I'm standing I cannot even see these wanted posters. But those are of Brick Daddy and Squidtron. They're both stickers, and 2 separate stickers. But yeah, here's a table. It doesn't extend all the way to these chairs. It just kind of cuts off, which is kind of disappointing. And It's also a coffee making machine. And you actually can have Space Police sit here even with their air tanks on. Like, see, you just use like the two back studs of their legs, and they'll have plenty of space. And there are 4 chairs, but it's going to be really hard to get 4 Space Police sitting all together because of the arms will like block space. So maybe you'll have to have half a figure sitting on this one stud, or the other way. But it's kind of annoying. But considering how few figures you get in this set, you're not going to usually have 4 Space Police all sitting in here. Alright, so now let's take a look at this smaller part over here, which is not detachable. It's on the giant base plate right here. There's a prison pod here, and there's some empty space over here. I'll show you what that is in a second. There's some handcuffs right here. Another sign of the danger laser thing. Here is a satellite which rotates 360 degrees. It is a really nice satellite build. And now this empty space, if you didn't figure it out, is actually supposed to contain this pod from the Space Police truck, so you can just use the pin right here to attach it in right here, and it just connects really well. And yeah, so it's kind of sad that you don't get 3 pods, especially since you don't even have enough prison pods in this theme to contain every alien. But I guess they won't all be in jail at once, or maybe they will be, and that's why the theme is over. But yeah, so it's a bit disappointing since you can either have both pods here or 1 pod here and 1 attached to this, which doesn't really look nearly as great as it does with a pod, so that's kind of sad. At the back of the satellite/prison section, they actually have these 2 alien targets where up to 2 Space Police can have target practice, and you can just stick one against this piece here and just shoot some alien targets. If you're wondering where I got this laser, I'll show you later. Yes, the laser is included in this set. A few of them are actually. Closer look at the alien targets, and see, they're the exact same sticker, so it must have taken some good skill to get the exact same holes in the exact same place, but they're not even hitting the alien, or most of them aren't, so Space Police are bad at shooting. Now here's the garage area, and I will take a look at the front part, but before I just want to show you guys that although it's really empty, there's one thing here for like a hammer and a wrench, so you can do some repair work. Now to the front of the garage here, you see security cameras and lasers which are on ball joints, so you can pose them around. And it says, this is a sticker here that says Precinct 78, and a sticker here that says G-1. Up here you see there are some studs on the base plate to kind of guide the truck as it like backs up into the garage, and you can just push it in there. And yeah, and then this thing is actually a gate where you can just push this in and shut the thing closed. Now I guess I should show you that this thing does not fit completely on the base plate, and it especially does not when you have one of the prison pods connected here, but likely won't if you're storing in here. You'll want to have that pod on display, but it's a bit of an annoyance, but it's at the same time it's forgivable. You're going to see it from the front, and it's not going to be obvious. I have to say I really like this opening and closing gate, and you can just open it back up and bring out the car, which there we go. Moving on up here, there's like a deck to like put some people on. There's plenty of space. Here we have a walkie-talkie, a laser, a pair of handcuffs, and an open slot for anything else that you could want to put there. Then we have these little siren things on each side too. And here is our control room to Space Police Central, and it is this is where I imagined a chief would go, so I'm going to put him in right here, and up that laser fell since this hook piece is broken. I have another green laser, a red laser, and a blue laser, which you saw earlier. Over here we have a metal detector piece and a flick missile gun from... Okay, I guess that piece is a bit damaged too because this just fell out when I shoved it, but basically it's a flick missile gun and you just hold it and you shoot the flick missile. Over here, this is a sniffer frog, so I guess they have a frog who just sniffs things out rather than a regular canine. I mean, like, what happened to the canine bot from that impulsor? And then here's the evidence, and in here is another one of Craniac's guns. Now, you get 2 of these, and I think you have extra pieces if you want to make a third one. But even without extra pieces, you have 2 of these guns, one for Craniac and one for the evidence container. So that is it, and for this set, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10 or an A-. This set has a decent number of flaws, in my opinion. The first is lack of figures, and to be fair to Galactic Enforcer, it was also lacking Space Police officers, but this one just had 2 for an entire Space Police base. That is really disappointing, and although the aliens we did get enough of, Jocelyn is the same figure from the other 2 sets. Cool figure, but not that special, and Craniac was just a reskin of the Skull Twins. Also, I think we should have gotten at least 3 or 4 pods. I think there's also a shortage in that, and the price back in the time was a bit questionable too. This set used a lot of big pieces, a giant base plate, a smaller base plate, the 2 big blue dome pieces, the cockpit, but then the satellite pieces are big, so I could justify the price, but I mean, it was still a bit questionable. Though, to be honest, the price was probably fair. I would argue that it was a good price back in the day. And of course, this set did a lot of good, and it had some good figures. The ones we did get were pretty good, the robot included. The pieces, like the dome pieces specifically, are really cool. I liked both of the vehicles in the set. The detachable side part had a lot of detail and took advantage of such a small area of space, and I really liked the garage as well. This set, though, is definitely not worth $280+ like it is on eBay right now. Now, I remember a few years ago this set was like $240 on eBay, and really wanted to get it even though it was so expensive, and I really wish I could tell you how much I paid for it because then I could give you an idea if I thought it was worth it and all that, but I can't because I got it as a Christmas gift, so I don't know how much it cost. It was definitely a great Christmas gift though. It's lucky to get it, but I remember my parents saying how they were able to find it for a really good deal, so hopefully you guys can too, but this set is selling around for $400, so good luck. Would say though to get the Galactic Enforcer instead of this set. Maybe sometime I'll make a which set is better video for this and the Galactic Enforcer from a more objective standpoint, and also from sets from other themes like Batman and Agents and stuff. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Sometime I will review the entire Space Police theme and give that a rating. But for now, this review is over. And thanks for being here to watch it. And thanks for watching. Wash your hands and have a great day.